1 2 1 2. Yeah, turn me up. Yeah, there it is. 1 2 1 2. Yeah, he'll be here. He just texted me, said he was on his way.
Testing. 1 2 testing.
All right, we live.
Hello. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you. Good show.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Timmy Tight Top reporting.
Reporting.
All right, we got what, 60 seconds? Huh? 2 minutes? Okay, cool. You'll let me know when we live. All right.
That's a nice hat, man.
Thank you.
He's talking shit.
No, I just said you want us to move out of your shot.
Oh, I ain't tripping. Y'all good.
I'm not in the shop.
Or we can move around and make it look like we just hella people.
Get your dance on.
King got jokes right now.
Hey, I'm done.
Yeah. Can you turn on the
That's
light?
a healthy black shot. Most companies only have like 4 ounces.
There we go. It's 11 o'clock. Let's do it.
And they sell
Okay. Maybe the computer is not on the Apple time. It's fine.
I can actually.
My time is from Cupertino.
The little flash.
What's the name in the other room said you can bring your juices and put them in the cooler thing outside.
Oh, hold on.
But that's what he's done.
That's. Yeah, let me tell him that. I'm about to sit
He
in.
just told me to tell him that.
Jesus.
What do you mean, let me tell him? He just told me this.
That chair is janky. All right, coach. Here we go, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what it is. The ZOWHAT Morning Show has returned with our special POV, our particular POV. You can't get a perspective like this anywhere in the world. Jeff Brown is up to his normal tricks of being late. It's just what he does. Doesn't really care about this. That's because we don't pay him. So I guess he's gonna show up whenever he gets ready. The ZOWHAT Morning Show back in the building. Of course, we've got topics, current events, but I also want to do a special topic in the second half of the show. And I think it needs to be dealt with in light of Terry Crews being accosted by a man. We're gonna have to deal with.
Do we?
No, seriously.
We gotta deal with that.
We gotta deal with.
Do we? For real?
Nah, seriously, man. Terry Crews, was handcuffed in a different way. But we gotta deal with it.
Handcuffed?
He was, yes. He was cuffed.
Uh-huh.
And it ain't funny.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's not funny, but we got to deal with it. It's important because Terry Crews brought up something. Toxic masculinity. And you already know with toxic masculinity, if you're a black man, you're going to be villainized as the most toxic form of masculinity. And there's Jeff Brown, Lord Overreaction, when he sees somebody. Just
Lord overreaction.
he just overreacts.
Oh, damn, not you reaction. That is Marcus King, the man who should have led my career in the first fucking place.
Okay, they can't. Jeff Brown, they can't hear you off the air.
Fuck him.
Oh, Jesus. All right, before we even get into the topics, you already know what it is that we do. We cover current events here on the ZOWHAT Morning Show. It's a man cave. We have Jeff Brown, comedian, actor, writer. He would probably have a longer list of accolades, but there is no social proof.
Producer, humanitarian, horticulturist, acupuncturist, and sculptor.
But there's no proof of any of those talents.
Fuck proof.
Okay. And then, of course, we have our resident wordologist. Yes, that's you, nigga. He's a wordologist, linguist. Kevin Barringer of the Highland Barringers.
The nigga who look up words.
All right. And then, of course, from time to time, Lord Juice-a-Lot,
Timmy Tight Top.
Timmy Tight Top, 10,000 push-ups.
That's his
sits
Indian
in.
name, 10,000 push-ups.
That's his Indian. Comes in and chats it up with us every now and again.
And we have to agree with him because he can beat us all up.
No.
No, not you. No.
No, he's not a fighter. He's a lover.
Okay.
So this is what
Try to
we're
steal
going to
one of
do.
them juices and see.
Before we get into our topics,
Okay.
Anita, do me a favor.
Cut his mic.
Cut his mic off. Leave us. All right, here we go. Before, as is commonplace, before we get into our current events, we promote black-owned businesses at the top of the hour.
Excellent.
I'm going to start with Timmy Tight Top's business.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Timmy Tight Top, tell us what you got on deck today. This one's mine.
Timmy Tight Top,
So
tell us.
I got the great juices in the house as usual. I always bring a green juice. Got that mango. Zoe stole it first.
Hey, this mango right
we got
here?
these specials still 10% off when you apply the ZOWHAT code. Thank you guys for supporting. Every week I've been getting sales. It's it's heating up for the summer, so it's always important to try to get your body together for the summer. But you want to keep it year round. You have juices. You want to have your fruit. You want to have your proteins. So you always want to keep your health together. So go to We Juice. Look at all the stuff we have. We got energy drinks. We got detox. We got digestion. We got stuff for immunity. We got everything that you need in every category. So just go to the website and check everything out. WeJuice.com. Put the ZOWHAT code to get your 10% off.
All right. Shit, they get 10% off. Can we get 10%?
I know.
You guys
Free ass.
What are you talking about? 100%.
How do you get, what is 10% more of free, nigga?
Jesus Christ.
10%, and you gonna come help me do my breaks? What else?
Come help me do my
What
breaks.
He gave shit to you free.
Hey,
What else?
That's
niggas.
WeJuice.com.
That's
We
niggas.
Juice.
How much is it free?
Free.
Damn, I ain't got that. Ah, shit, it's free?
Okay, Jeff.
I should have brought some more
Jeff,
free from the
Jeff.
house. I didn't know.
Jeff, your foot.
Yeah, stick it in here.
And the throttle.
Oh, he's back?
Take your foot
He's
off the
back?
throttle. Thank you.
Put the clutch in, put it out of gear. Okay. I'm just happy
Jesus.
to be back.
Total Package Energy. Listen, I've had 2 of these this morning.
That's good shit.
I
No
won't,
wonder.
I won't wind down until
Nope.
Thursday.
Look at you sitting there.
No,
Hey,
Zoe, you can't even go home because you'll get to your home and go, this house needs a paint.
Right. No, Total Package Energy is the truth.
Oh, yeah, it is. No jitters.
Look,
Thank you, sir.
wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, hold on.
Why is my total package incomplete?
Hold on.
It's empty.
He had 2 this morning.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
So that's the sample size.
Timmy Tight Top,
Yes,
you
sir.
can't be passing out my shit.
I didn't
No,
pass
don't
out
wor-
anything.
don't worry.
Go say some shit about
It's
that.
empty.
That's one of the ones I drank. You
Yeah.
can't.
He can pass this out. What I'm going to do with it?
Okay, cool.
Bust a homeless dude in the face. That's
So,
all it's
Total Package Energy is an energy boost, natural enhancer, stamina sustainer for the old guys,
yeah.
and antioxidants, right? 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 rush, 0 crash. And for real, it works. I mean, it seriously works, man.
Yeah.
You in the dig? Go to TotalPackageEnergy.com. Tell them Zoe Williams sent you. Get a case. This is what I want us to do. It's a call to action. I want us to get out there and buy 60 cases today. It's more than 60 people in the chat room right now.
Right.
60 people. 1 case per person. As a matter of fact, the brother called me and told me that it was one dude, I guess out of the East Coast somewhere, I forgot where, he bought 7 cases.
Wow.
Damn.
This stuff, it works, man.
How much come in the case?
7 cases.
I think it's like 12 per case, man.
That dude got some plans. That's 84 cases. That's 84 bottles.
Yeah.
He said, you know what? I'm not going to be sleepy for the rest of the fucking year. Let me get 18 cases of this shit.
Hey,
Do
seriously.
you guys have an intravenous choice? Can I just get it running right in here?
I bet you it keeps him on time.
Does it keep him on time? You think that no, that won't do it.
That won't work
That
for
won't
you?
do it. No.
Okay. It probably conflicts with the weed you smoke.
That's
Okay,
yeah.
cool. And then also my CD, Love Matters Revealed, conversation between me and Dr. Alan Berger. Love Matters Revealed, an incredible conversation.
Good
2 CD set. Myself and Dr. Alan Berger, man, we walked through a structured conversation about relationship, about intimacy, about conflict resolution, about making adjustments at close range while you're in a relationship. Very powerful CD. Get your copy today. If you order today, I'll mail it out tomorrow. At IamZoeWilliams.com. Go there right now. Also, don't forget to get your copy of my latest book, The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship. It's in paperback form on Amazon.com.
Amazon,
Adita,
it's on fire.
turn his mic off.
Get that book. Fix your relationship.
Go to Amazon.com and get the paperback version. It's on fire. Trust me, you're going to love it. Before you buy the book, read the reviews. We have over 100 5-star reviews on this book. And
Why not? The book's dope. I read it. The book's dope.
You read it?
Yes, sir.
Tell the truth.
Yes, sir. No, I'm trying to tell the truth about your little funky ass book. You getting them away now.
You trying?
I'm trying. But I'm trying.
Your little funky ass book.
See what I did there? You see what I did there? And let me apologize. I just did some soul sister shit where if something rubs me the wrong way, I become an alchemist and I make it smaller. Whatever it is, got to get in your little funky rover. Why don't you go to your little job with your little friends? Everything gets smaller when you piss off a black woman. She's an alchemist. She just starts making your whole life smaller. Yeah, with your little mom and them and your little friends going to the little picnic, and your whole life is going.
Your little mom and them.
Right, everything get little. Yeah, your little family, everything get little, and this has something to do with it. This somehow metaphysically makes your life smaller. Oh, that's funny.
man.
Hey, with your little friends, that's what happens.
Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have to promote. Kev, do you have something to promote?
Yeah. Last week I promoted the Great Book of Melanin Research, but I forgot to give you the site where to go get it. That's you can go to the Real Nagas YouTube page and click on the Great Book of Melanin video, and it'll have the link through there. The digital copy, the digital copy is $49. If you want digital and hard copy, it's $199, and I'll send it to you.
Well, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning into the ZOWHAT Morning Show, the rabble you heard was supposed to be the community empowerment segment, but it turned into Jeff Brown's intellectual rant.
Somebody gave a monkey a wrench.
So listen, now it's time for our topics, man. Listen, let me say this to my listeners. Don't forget, if you hear me mention a chat room, it's only because we're broadcasting live to my YouTube channel that has over 36,000 subscribers and 6 million views. So I have to talk to them because we're broadcasting live. They can see us. If you want to see us, go to youtube.com/The ZOWHAT Show and check us out and join the chat. It's pretty cool. Chat room users, don't forget to hit the super button, the super chat button, the like button, the share button. Do all of that to support this channel, and we appreciate any support that you may give us. Now, on to today's topics. God, I hate to throw these topics out here like this, but we got to do it. Let's start with Joe Jackson.
Oh, man.
God bless the dead.
God bless the dead indeed. But Michael Jackson's doctor, Dr. Conrad Murray, hopes Joe Jackson finds redemption in hell. According to Ebony magazine, the doctor found criminally responsible for the death of Michael Jackson. Conrad Murray is taking no time to share his true feelings after the passing of Michael Jackson's dad, Joe Jackson, calling him one of the worst fathers to his children in history.
Okay.
God, in recordings obtained by The Blast, Murray claims the King of Pop, his patient at the time, detailed horrendous abuse at the hands of the Jackson family patriarch,
Whatever.
calling many of the Thriller singer's stories beyond words. He even spoke of one theory that the star was allegedly chemically castrated as a child via hormone injections to delay puberty in order to maintain his high-pitched voice.
So a nigga from Gary
Can I
got that.
finish? Hold on.
Okay.
It's not your turn yet.
I'm sorry.
I know you don't.
It was such bullshit that
I mean,
I'm sorry.
you've been working with me for over 10 years and you still don't know radio, but it's fine.
Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Can I throw it to you?
Yes.
Do you mind?
Yes. Throw me the ball.
can
I
we
won't,
do it?
I won't come snatch it.
Can we follow?
I'll wait till you
Can
throw
we follow
it to
some
me.
kind of protocol?
Okay.
I mean, just
Okay. I'm just Bobby Boucher over here. Just throw the fucking ball.
just.
I don't even care which way I run. I just want to run over some people. Like, I'm in uniform. Somebody blew a whistle. There are people in the stands. They got popcorn for sale. I just want to run.
Just intellectual Tourette's?
Yes.
Just. Okay, cool.
All right.
All right, just relax.
All right, great.
I know you're upset. He wasn't your daddy. Okay, cool. Joe Jackson for the alleged procedure. Michael was under Murray's care at the time of his passing, and the doctor was eventually found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. Now, he basically came out and said Joe chemically castrated Mike in order to keep his voice high.
Oh, boy.
Jeez, this is reported by Ebony Magazine, ebony.com. How do you process that, Jeff?
I'm processing this through Joe Jackson's ghost. Let me get this straight. You mad because I spanked the son that you killed? Is that what you said? Okay, that's number one.
Hold up, then.
Hey, hold up, y'all. Hold up.
You got to stupefy his voice a little more.
Okay, hold on. Because he's in the, I don't know where it is, but he's in the afterlife over there with Ike Turner, you know, that crew. He don't get to roll with the A-list. He ain't with Red Fox. He's over there with Ike and them. Hold on, Ike. Put your hands down. Let me get this straight now. You done killed my son. You do understand I whipped his ass to stop niggas from killing him. You do understand that, right? So we just gonna skip over the fact that I had enough sons to create a goddamn basketball team by myself. And none of them went to jail. Ain't none of them dead. Well, except the one you killed. Ain't none of them. But all of a sudden, I'm the bad guy because I whooped some ass. I whooped them kids to success. Now, you can say what the fuck you want to say. Somebody should have whooped your ass over at somebody's house giving them shit that'll kill them.
Shit.
Which one of my sons killed somebody?
That's a hard
I
argument.
bet your daddy can't say shit like that. Your daddy up here. Mr. Murray, which one of your sons killed somebody? Conrad? Yeah, that's who the fuck I'm talking to right now. The fuck out of here with that shit.
He on the hell waiting list?
That's it, bruh. And C, where the fuck is a steel worker from Gary gonna get some shit to chemically castrate anybody?
No, he's just saying that he signed off on the procedure.
Right.
Oh, he signed off on a procedure to
Chemical nut slicing.
Right.
Okay. Well, I've never even heard of it.
I neither.
Okay.
Like
what
a
do you
nut
mean?
lobotomy.
What do you mean? The shit that they put in chickens now
To reduce his testosterone.
to reduce testosterone? They give him extra that they're giving to all of society?
God.
That shit?
Jeez.
Okay. Knock it the fuck off.
All right. Jesus.
Pull the other leg. It plays jingle bells.
Does anybody else have something to say?
It's hard to argue with that argument.
Fuck out of here.
He pretty much said it all right
Man,
there.
who wants to hear from him anyway? Conrad Murray
Right.
was not trying to make Ebony Man of the Year, apparently.
And you never know. He may be right about them stories, but still, like the argument of what he just said. He whooped ass. He just to keep his kids
Well,
out.
let's-
Keep his kids out off the street.
Right.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. Do you think, what is it, corporal punishment is bad? Do you think that's a bad thing? Because black parents tend to whoop ass.
Sure.
White parents be like, no,
Sure.
it's time out. It's Tommy, no, Tommy,
You're invading my privacy.
Tommy,
Get out of my room.
Tommy,
Fuck
Tommy,
you.
Tommy,
Dad.
Tommy.
It's funny you say some shit like that. There's
Tommy?
there's a movie called The Quiet Place. I don't know if you're a guy.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see it, but
But at the beginning, they have to be quiet, and the little kid grabs like this little toy that makes noise, and so the dad comes and says, "No, we can't play with that. It's too loud.
It's too loud."
So he puts it down, and then again, the kid picks it up again, wants to play with it. Like, no, dad takes the batteries out and says, "No, it's too loud." They walk out again. Then the second kid picks up the plane and gives it to the other little kid, and then they didn't take the batteries and put it in. So I'm like, 3 fucking times.
Tommy?
That would have took. Thank you.
Tommy?
That would have took one motherfucking time.
Well, no. Here's the
One-
problem.
What the fuck did I say?
Here's the problem with that.
Tommy.
Here's the
See,
problem.
now,
with that.
Tommy, this is what's upsetting me. You're upsetting me, Tommy.
Let's go to the
Tommy.
let's go to the quiet place universe right now. First off, you don't exist, Kevin. You know why?
Right.
Because everything niggas do is loud.
Right. Wasn't no
Everything
niggas- wasn't no
niggas
niggas in that
do.
movie.
We play dominoes loud.
Damn
We
it.
fuck loud.
Hey.
We whoop ass loud.
No niggas in that movie.
It's no niggas in the movie, and you can't be mad.
You're absolutely right.
Because niggas,
No niggas in that movie.
Niggas couldn't even be quiet at the movie
Tommy.
about the quiet place.
Tommy.
So ain't no niggas.
Put the plane down. Put
Tommy.
the plane down.
Tommy. And what you gonna do? You can't whoop Tommy's ass. Ass whoopings is loud.
Tommy.
What you gonna do? I tell you what I do. I grab Tommy by the mouth and pinch the shit out of Tommy. I pinch, get some of that inside thigh meat right there, and squeeze.
My dad used to do that. He used to grab and then twist a little bit when he didn't want to let anybody know he was fucking with you. Yep, he grabbed the little side and twist.
Grab that
Motherfucker, what did I say?
side meat. I'll twist your fucking pancreas, Tommy. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh shit.
Tommy.
Whispering, Tommy.
Tommy, I'm very disappointed.
I thought I told your monkey ass not to touch that goddamn thumb.
Tommy.
Whooping ass saves lives.
Yep. But you can't whoop ass in a quiet
Let me
place.
ask this. And hopefully all of you niggas won't answer at the same time.
What?
This is a fucking clusterfuck right now. But let me ask this.
To you monkeys.
Do you think whoopings work?
Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
No.
Yes.
I'm gonna say psychologists and
No.
psychiatrists tend to think that it's violent.
Have you ever seen psychiatrist kids? Them the same people. Next time you in a Rouse and a little kid is throwing Doritos and saying "fuck you," I don't want you to say shit to the kid. Walk up to the parent and ask what they do. Oh, I'm a psychologist. Okay. Well, I ain't no psychologist, but my kids act like soldiers, and there's one sitting out right there.
I'll say this. I believe it'll work for the flight or flight. So if you're the flight kid, then it probably works. But for the fight kid, it don't work. I was one of them. And I don't care how many times you hit me, I was gonna do the fuck I want to do.
Okay.
That's just how it was.
That's 'cause you ain't-
you can
you-
beat the shit. I don't give a fuck. I can do what I got to do.
Okay.
I don't care.
I tell you what, Kevin.
That's just how it was.
I tell you
You
what.
wasn't scared of your daddy then.
Dude, I was.
Thank
Dude,
you.
I feared that motherfucker was crazy.
No,
But I
no,
didn't give a fuck.
Okay, let me explain something to you, Kevin. There's somehow,
Can I just interject?
you sure can. It is your show. I mean, it
Yes.
does have your name on it.
Just can we try not to talk over each other? Go.
Kevin, bruh. Okay,
What's happening?
I get it. Because my brother was one of those people.
Man.
My brother take a ass whooping like Denzel
Man.
Washington in Glory.
Yup. What's happening? What's happening?
Yes. Now, all I got to do is to refer to the dudes that I grew up with that are now in jail, dead, or strung out. Do you know what the common thread was?
No daddy.
No daddy. Everybody shout out, God bless the dead. God bless Talman Thomas, the man that raised me. God bless Mr. Jackson, my best friend's father, Andre Jackson's daddy. That dude was everybody's daddy. When he walked in the room, nigga, you sat up. Everybody sit up straight. Why? Because Mr. Jackson didn't fuck around. And I tell you something else. Andre's name was never in shit. You know why? Because he knew he was going to have to deal with Mr. Jackson. And Mr. Jackson was not fucking around. Period.
My mom was the whoop ass person though. She was. That was
Mothers
the real
usually
whoop ass.
are. Mothers
usually
usually
are.
are.
That was the real whoop ass.
Well,
Who whooped your ass
listen.
in that Olympics? That Olympic
in the
family.
ass Olympics. I know.
We had to say yes, sir, no, sir,
Oh.
all day long.
my God.
We would reply, stand up straight.
Wow.
Always looking you in the face.
Don't
Right.
you hate?
Yeah.
Don't you hate when you didn't say it and they give you that look like?
Jesus.
What the fuck you doing?
What you say?
You know, say what?
What you say?
What'd you say?
I'm sorry.
I meant,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Sir.
Oh, okay then.
oh, you
All
know-
right now.
No.
You know,
listen.
my father never had to use this on me, but he had younger brothers that were slightly older than me, and he raised them too. And he'd have something to say, and I mean, he putting grown-ups in line. 23, 24, still, look here, man. I told you to do the brakes, and I'm gonna need the car back by so. Well, Tammy, excuse me. I think you are mistaking this for a conversation.
Listen, man.
This is not a conversation. I'm telling you what the fuck to do, and you gonna find yourself doing it. Because if you don't, we gonna see how many men are standing here. That is all, and then turn and walk away.
Wow. Wow.
Them kind of dudes, man.
But don't you think whooping ass,
Yeah.
it will get you some positive benefits, but it'll also get you some negative benefits.
Yeah.
Sure, if you use it wrong, it's like fire. Fire give you positive. It'll warm your house, it'll cook your food, or it'll burn your fucking house down if you use it wrong.
I don't see the negative
So
side.
let me just say,
I don't either.
let me just say this. Let me just say this.
No, there is.
If anybody had a son like Michael Jackson, who went through all the machinations that Michael Jackson went through,
Right.
in terms of bleaching the skin
Okay.
and androgynous and
Tito.
all this, and
Tito didn't do that.
Tito didn't do it,
Randy didn't do it.
but one of them did.
Jermaine didn't
Hold
do
on, that doesn't fucking disqualify the one that did. Now, that doesn't disqualify the one that did and the one that said it did. In other words, he came out and said, hey, shit, where was my childhood? I don't like none of this shit. I didn't sign up for this shit.
Sure.
Right.
Michael was clear about his distance between him and his dad. He was clear about that. So that doesn't undo the fact that the others didn't say anything or even appreciated this shit.
Right.
Period. So I'm just bringing up the question, are there some cons to that family?
Oh, shit.
To the
family or
parenting
to the
to the
family?
parenting style of the daddy.
Are they not perfect? No.
Because what
they're not
happens
perfect.
is a lot of times, especially with broke black people,
Yeah.
we'll say, but them niggas is rich.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah.
what the
right.
fuck is up with them, their psyche?
Right.
Yeah.
It instills a level of fear.
Do you get what I'm saying?
You know,
That's
that,
what I'm
that,
talking about.
that lasts, for until you are able to deal with that,
Or
pretty
die.
much until you die. Like Mike, he was always scared of people killing him, and so like Janet, she told a story when she went to go see him one time, and he didn't have any furniture in the house. And she called up she buzzed the thing, and he didn't actually believe it was her, and he made her say all these different things about the family. He made her
nigga
say
was
all
just
these different
crazy.
things about and made her say all these different things about the family.
So you saying Joe whooped the crazy in the mic? Because that shit just sound
Come on,
crazy.
man.
dude, that is crazy as hell.
If you're Janet, okay, which one of my brothers used to shit in his underwear and leave him under the bed? Who left him under the bed? Oh, Michael, why you make me do? Who did it? If you're okay, it was Marlon. Who did it? Who did it?
And she said that nigga hadn't eaten for a week because he was scared somebody was gonna poison his food. So she had to go get him food. This nigga had no furniture in the house.
Okay.
So like
You gonna blame all that on Joe?
That's not Joe.
I'm not saying, dude. I'm just saying, from when you're a kid like that, that level of fear, it lasts in you,
I
and then
think
it
that's
manifests in
society.
other
Let me
things.
Let me
right
just
there,
say
man.
this. Yeah, I whooped him. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And I whooped him right to success. You understand? Look at that boy. He's a success, ain't it? And if whooping is bad,
I don't want to be good.
If whooping it wrong, I don't want to be right.
I don't want to be right. Look at this boy. Look at this boy. He running all around the world, gallivanting and shit.
Nigga, a billionaire.
Look at him.
I whooped a billionaire.
He got a name on the plane.
I whooped him right to the top.
Right.
Okay. I gave him a few thrillers so you could have thriller.
You know what I did? No, but I will say, I will say there is a pro and con to the ass whooping shit.
Sure.
Because a lot of people don't want to address this or acknowledge this shit. But a lot of people, especially black people, whoop their children out of frustration with the world.
Oh, brother.
But you
go
can't
with
just
that.
whoop them. You got to have an explanation and stuff.
Because this is what I'm saying. A lot of black parents go overboard in the ass whooping.
Sure.
Because number one,
I can't say it to my boss.
I can't say it to my boss. This is a place where I can show power. I'm usually
Right.
getting my ass whooped in the world.
Sure.
So the expectation for the kid is you better be close to motherfucking perfect while I'm out here fighting a bear.
Right. Sure.
You done fucked up.
Yep.
What, nigga?
You burnt the beans?
You done burnt the beans. You done scorched the beans, my nigga.
You better, nigga.
Oh,
what you
hell
gonna
no. You finna go grow some beans right now.
You better go
Okay.
grow some beans.
These
Now.
beans better grow in 25 minutes, nigga.
Oh,
Or that's
that's
your
your
ass.
ass. Now, what you are discussing again is the abuse of a thing.
Right.
I can turn kids off of cars if I run over enough of them with one. Does that mean we can't drive cars? Spankings and again, let me outline the way I give a spanking.
Right.
Let's hear
It
this.
is a long.
Wait, hold on. I don't know if you're fair, if you're the person we should be talking to.
Sure.
About ass
Sure. Well, let's see.
Maybe we should ask your son.
Bring him in here. Bring
His
him
son
in.
is sitting outside.
He'll tell-
Blakey, tell us how your father disciplines you.
Yeah.
Bend the knee.
Now watch this. Watch. Blakey,
And watch who we look at first.
See? Fear. That's what I'm talking
Yes.
about.
Yes.
Blakey,
Listen.
anything
Yes.
you say right now will not be held against you.
Sure.
All the manpower and
Manpower in the room. Who the fuck feeding you dinner?
Okay, who's driving you home?
You know when we leave here, we're supposed to go put your bike in the shop. Which one of these niggas is paying?
Uncle Zoe, can I tell him?
Yeah.
Can I tell them?
Truth? Can I tell the truth? Tell daddy to leave. Hey, man. Look, you say what you want to.
How do you get whooped?
You
How
say
do
you want to. Look through that glass. Is he? I can guarantee you. I'm not looking. I can tell you what my son's not doing. He ain't running around.
Nah, he chilling. I
He's
see him
right there. He is right there. You know why?
He
'Cause
might
I
be
told
bored
him
as
to,
fuck, but he
he
chilling.
gonna sit his bored ass right there.
Chilling.
And I can go, Blakey, I'm finna go to Australia for 3 weeks. Uncle Kevin is watching you. You have to do what Uncle Kevin say. You're not gonna have no problems out of Blakey. You know why? Because that damn fool gonna be back here in 3 weeks.
First off, let me just say this. Kids, wait, how old is your kid?
He's 11. His sister's 14.
Listen, he don't have no sense of time. 3 weeks is gonna feel like a year. And he gonna think, this nigga ain't never coming back.
Oh, you know what's so funny about that? When he was 4. No, he's about 6. He was at church, and they have the youth church, and he decided that he wasn't gonna do what the female youth leader said, and she about 25. And he was there with his sister, who if he's 6, she about 9. And the youth leader said, Blake, if you keep acting up, I'm gonna tell your father.
Wait, the youth leader is a teenager, right?
About 22.
I ain't listening to this child.
He said, I'm gonna tell your daddy. You know what this cat said? Hear what you said. She told me. I said, man, you didn't think you weren't gonna ever see me again?
I wanna hear about
okay.
how you-
Here's how
the
you
level.
don't. Here's how you don't get an ass whooping from me. 1, they are never a surprise. 2, they are never with objects. 3, they are never. No, I don't spank with object. I use this right here. I do the ass hand test. At the point that your ass.
On a side note,
Because I put it down. This right here.
on a side note,
Like, nigga, I've been massaging metal, nigga.
right, but on a side note, God, man, God's amazing. He made the ass
Soft.
so compatible with the hand.
Yes. And
You can either punish
Yep.
or pleasure.
Or he.
And,
That's amazing.
and what's extra amazing is somehow, in some metaphysical, biological way, the ass and the brain are directly connected. when I put pressure on your ass, I get amazing shit out your brain. I don't know how. I just know they work.
Genius.
You become a genius. That's right. Now, here's how I outline an ass whooping. Either it teaches a lesson, or it mirrors or follows open defiance. That's it. That's the only way to get a spanking from me.
So wait, here's another divergence.
You have a great level of control.
Here's
Sure. And I don't spank when I'm angry.
Wait, and here's another divergence.
Oh, sure.
Either through spanking
Or pleasure.
or massage.
Or massage. Because you can't say spanking ain't pleasure.
That spanking is pleasure.
Yes, sir.
In the right context.
That's right. Okay, but you can't use it on every woman. You can't be like, Adita, I need you to turn the volume up on the thing. That might work, I don't know.
But you know what? A nice little swat on the ass
Oh man.
motivates women.
Man, look. Well, it's about the audacity of you to do the boldness you have to do that. Whether women like to admit it or not, they respond to that fucking gorilla confidence. Now, I'm still yeah, exactly. I'm still talking about the ass whooping right now. Here's a prime example. And this actually, one of my sons, this happened to. Okay, I got a 65 Thunderbird. I've had this conversation with my son, Blake.
Hopefully this story isn't as long.
No, it's not that long.
65.
Thunderbird. It's not as long as the 65. That's hilarious. If you throw, Blakey, a baseball, and we can ask him, if you throw a baseball and break the front window of my Thunderbird, do you think you're going to get a spanking? And he thought long and hard, and he goes, no. I said, why? He said, because that's a mistake. Exactly. You made a mistake. Now, if I told you no throwing, no, yeah, exactly. Bunkers in Vietnam.
Man.
They're just bunkers.
Let me say this, because most black parents don't understand that everything in that house is supposed to be replaced.
It's supposed to fail.
It's supposed to break down.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna buy another goddamn, but you're supposed to.
You're supposed to.
Yep.
I'm not gonna buy another refrigerator. None of this shit in here. I'm trying to take care of this shit up in here.
Right.
Yo, po ass. We can't break nothing in here.
You throw the baseball.
Well, I done told you to say this shit quickly.
You throw the baseball, you break the window. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to find out how much the front glass costs on a 65 Thunderbird. And guess what?
You're going to work that off.
You're going to work half of that off. The car belongs to whatever until I think you've done enough that equals that. So that you understand. Now, there's 100 jelly beans on my kitchen, on my dining room table in a bowl. If I say, don't touch them jelly beans, and I go in the kitchen and come back and it's 98 jelly beans, somebody finna get their ass whooped over 2 jelly beans. Because I said, that means one of us got to whoop the other one's ass, and I got 50 on me.
All right, well, let's get off of that topic.
That's how it go.
That horse is dead.
You stupid. Or you spanked him at all. But I can guarantee you knew who he is, because there is somebody who he knows unconditionally loves him here.
Well, he definitely respects me.
Oh, no shit.
Because he knows.
Nigga, he know how crazy he is. He don't want that shit.
He out of pocket.
He knows.
I
tell you what he don't want. Pick up the phone. And the next day at practice, hit the coach. You'll get these things right here.
So tell him,
I was just trying to
about the time
transition.
about the badness, and he took off with no shoes.
Oh no! Why we gotta?
Come on, Zoe can act like, I'm gonna tell you what. I don't give a damn what Zoe talking about. That's one of the reasons I respect Zoe.
That's why I
Zoe
said,
is
ask
a
him about that
father.
off the air.
Zoe live in L.A. Zoe's a father from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Zoe ain't fooling me. You ain't in Zoe's house running around with your little feet on shit.
Nah.
Okay, yeah. All right, Zoe.
Okay, so rapidly moving away from these niggas. Their little stories about niggas.
About niggas.
You listening to the ZOWHAT Morning Show. Again, it sounds like rabble, but it's really smart. Right? We cover current events. And tonight, hey, I got a topic that we're going to cover after we cover a few of these, current events. But yo, I don't know what's going on in the world right now. I went back to ebony.com and they have another story. It's really crazy. Now this lady, we had Permit Patty. You remember Permit Patty?
Oh,
You
yeah,
guys
that
shouldn't have a
bitch.
permit to be out here barbecuing. I think, the only thing out here that should be burned
Yes.
is the barbecue and not the black people that are barbecuing. It's too much darkness out here.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
We don't like Permit Patty. We like Pep Permit Patty.
Right?
We don't like.
So now there's this new chick, Newport Nancy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
White woman calls the cop on black woman for smoking in a parking lot.
Oh,
The wave of white people calling police on black people for no reason continues, as one woman known only as Newport Nancy felt the need to call the police on a black woman for smoking in a parking structure. Like Permit Patty and Barbecue Becky before her,
barbecue Becky. Barbecue Becky.
the unidentified white woman was recorded threatening to call the police.
Ain't that a bitch?
What? Listen.
Gotta start suing these motherfuckers. I'm telling you.
Listen, can I? What's going? I just think this is like some Manchurian Candidate type shit that's going on.
Sure. Oh, wait. Get in
happening
it.
on
Get in
purpose.
it. Go,
Like,
no,
they're
no,
doing it
no,
on
no.
purpose.
It's programmed. Get in it.
It's programmed. Like there's some type of high pitched sound coming out of microwaves all over the nation that's got these pre-programmed white people tripping.
Okay.
There are black people gathering at McDonald's. It's time to call the cops.
No. Zoe, follow me for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I want you to do. There's black people at the McDonald's, and then I want you to be reluctant to make the call until you hear the sound. Now just go ahead.
I don't.
Just say there's black people, and I shouldn't call the police. Just do that.
Oh my God.
No, call.
Exactly.
There are niggers in the McDonald's. There are niggers in the McDonald's.
Exactly.
Niggers are threatening burgers. Burgers
Threatening
are
burgers.
in
The
trouble.
burgers are in danger of being eaten.
The burgers are in danger. Hit the
Niggas
noise.
like-
Hit the burgers
Threatening
are threatened by niggers. Call.
That's hilarious.
What the fuck is going on?
Man, dude.
Because it's abnormal.
It is.
Nigga, I can go back to when I was in the 3rd grade.
Sure.
I was first introduced to Star Wars because of a little white kid, little redhead white kid at Field Elementary.
Hey man, you want to watch Star Wars?
I never knew what the fuck that shit was. But he invited me over to his house. I was 8 years old. My mom said it was cool. His mom said it was cool. He invited me over to their house. I went over there. This motherfucker had all the action figures and all the shit. And we watched the movie and it was cool.
Remind you of all the shit you didn't have?
I didn't have none of that shit.
None of this
Millennium
shit.
Falcons.
And I thought about stealing a few pieces.
You're
But
like, he ain't gonna miss this.
Wing fighters.
But, you know, I was able to, be introduced to the whole Star Wars movie.
Right.
And among other shit, string cheese.
Strings, yeah, just
So it wasn't in the
Stringy cheese? That was the first time I had ever seen that shit.
You only thought it came in a block wrapped in brown paper.
Yeah, from the government.
From the government,
That big
right.
orange shit. But, he had some strings. He wanted some
Cheese come in strings?
Here. Wow.
They get white folks cheese and strings.
I say all of that to say, like, if you look at the climate of our culture today, if you look at the climate of where things are today, it just seems so fucking abnormal. Everybody is racist. Everybody's doing like weird shit. Like, to me, you water.
right.
It's just it just seems staged.
It was another ass ticket incident last week. A black lady was her son was swimming at a pool, and supposedly the guy who was supposed to be the overseer.
I
of
heard
the
he got
pool,
fired.
Yeah, got his ass fired. But she handled it real cool. She didn't trip out, and the police officer came, and the police officer was actually on her side. He was like, "Dude, really?" He's like, "You called me out here for this?"
That's crazy, man.
He's like, "Come on, man." So it is. I think it is. It's purposely done because they're trying. It's a part of that whole distraction shit, and the breaking down. And Jeff, to your thing, they're getting ready to crash the system
Yeah.
in a second. And so they have to create this whole chaos amongst the people, because when they crash the system, then they offer you this
Peace.
solution.
Right.
This peace solution. Oh, let everybody come together as one government. You're gonna run for it. You're gonna literally fucking knock everybody out of the way to get to that type of solution, because Trump, they giving you Trump, the devil, and now you're going, whatever solution they come and offer you now, you're gonna jump at that shit.
That's it.
Hillary Clinton.
I'm gonna give you bleach to
They
drink.
might be giving you not the devil. I would say they might be giving you one of the devil's generals.
You don't think Trump is the devil?
No.
That nigga's-
No.
No.
I think Hillary is the devil.
Yeah.
I think Hillary's the devil too.
And
they're
no
together.
doubt. Hillary and Bill too.
She about to
Hell
be
yeah.
I don't know.
20. Hey, because look, 2020, she's running.
Oh, she is running again.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Hillary's the devil, but she know what his dick tastes like.
Wow.
Hillary know what the devil dick tastes like.
Wow.
Hillary done had that devil tail right in her booty.
Hillary's running again.
Suddenly, I feel
I
very
didn't know.
uncomfortable.
Oh shit. Okay.
What have we done here? Leave us. You ought to take your things and leave us immediately.
Step out of the room.
The ZOWHAT Morning Show in the building. We're covering current events, man. I've got another one. Why is Haiti always taking the brunt of everything that's wrong in the world? U.S. Embassy in Haiti warns Americans to stay inside amid violence over fuel prices. If it ain't fuel, it's food. Jesus.
They mad at Haitians because they couldn't occupy.
Let me read this real quick. The U.S. Embassy in Haiti warned Americans Saturday to shelter in place due to the ongoing protests in the capital. Several airlines also canceled flights in and out of Port-au-Prince. The embassy said the Haitian government on Saturday suspended a fuel price hike after violence. Now, why would you, first off, if they're eating, I guess, dirt cookies,
Which are good for you.
which is true though. Like this is serious.
cookie.
I think it's called Restavik,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
serious? They eat dirt cookies.
Dirt is
Yeah.
good for you, bro.
but it ain't that kind of dirt. I know what you're talking about. The soil with the minerals and
Yeah.
it's not that. It's to stretch what little flour they have.
Oh, I get that.
So it's not like, oh, this is
So they're adding so
This
what?
is what we should be doing. No, I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. I've been to Haiti, bro.
so
It's sad.
if the food is struggling, if you're struggling to eat, why would you have a fuel hike? Because all the embargoes on the food make it very difficult for them to
Right.
eat a healthy, balanced meal in Haiti.
Can we go further?
So if you can't eat, how you gonna put gas in your car? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Check this out. Check this out. Fuck France. Fuck France. France is who said in the first place, since we couldn't get in there, hey, everybody, let's stop fucking with Haiti. France, on its own, needs to break bread to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars to Haiti, period. And black people around the globe are to pressure France into it. Fuck French. Ain't gonna
Nothing
say
they like.
Fuck. Niggas ain't the woo. Niggas ain't gonna. You know what? You know what's gonna stop
If you
niggas
tell
from?
niggas to say boycott French fries, you know what kind of fight we got on our
Nigga,
hands?
we'd still be riding the back of the bus if we had to work with these shiftless motherfuckers we got today.
Are the Haitians are the Haitians the ones in control of the oil though?
No.
That's what I mean. So you say why would you hike the prices? Then the people, that has to be a plan. That has to
Well,
be-
clearly.
Yeah, that has to be to tax the rest of the people who are there, and they're trying to move in as France and Britain and Spain tried to do, and they all couldn't do it. They're trying to get in there eventually, and so you got to step on the back of the people and then offer them a solution.
And I misspoke again. Restavik, but it still pertains to Haiti. Restavik is a child in Haiti who is sent by his or her parents to work for a household as a domestic servant. Yeah, in order to make bread. because the parents lack the resources required to support the child. So Restavik is a form of slavery.
Like indentured servitude.
Yes, the term comes from the French language rester avec, to stay with. You go stay with them. That's what's happening in Haiti.
Man. They have to take over these countries, bro.
Shit, man.
That's why you're seeing all of them coming together, dude. It's not a mistake. They're talking to North Korea. You know, Putin and all of them, they talking to Putin. All of these little side countries who they couldn't bring into this little one world thing, they have to bring them in. And Haiti's no different. Haiti wasn't a part of it either. But they got to bring Haiti in. So if you look at it, that's all the countries who were rebelling against that one world. And then Trump just said last week, let's invade Venezuela. He just said that. Invade. That's the word he used. He said, we need to invade Venezuela. So Venezuela was another one of those countries on the outskirts. So they're trying to bring all these little countries who were like, fuck the one world order. They're trying to bring them in. And that's why you got that shit going on in Haiti.
Isn't it a beautiful plan?
It's a great.
The plan is just so gorgeous. It's elegant.
It is.
Because while real shit like that is going on, you'll get something that seems real, that in effect, at the level of consciousness that it resonates at, is real. But for the overall movement of the world,
Doesn't mean shit.
may not mean as much as.
Right.
So as we transition, WNBA star Aja Wilson criticizes pay gap after LeBron's $154 million signing with the Lakers. She was like, WNBA ain't getting shit.
Why y'all getting viewers?
Huh? Should they be paid equally as the NBA stars? Following the announcement that NBA phenom LeBron James has signed a $154 million four-year deal with the Los Angeles Lakers, WNBA rookie Aja Wilson took to Twitter on Sunday, July 1st, to advocate for better pay for women in professional sports. Wilson tweeted 154M. Must be nice. we over here looking for M, but Lord, let me get back in my lane. The message was accompanied by a gif of a woman closing the door and walking away. Jesus. Should women be paid equally? Let me ask a European, right, who, I mean, you're a European and you don't really fuck with sports, but you are on some feminist low-key shit. So do you think female basketball players in America should be paid an equal amount to their male counterparts? Do you think?
Obviously not just in sports and anything.
Okay, so turn your mic off.
I will turn yours off though, because I'm behind the board.
That's all right.
Leo.
We won't have a show then. But you just turn your mic off. You and your uneducated responses. Let me just say this. Gosh.
Depends on what it is.
It puts you in a trick bag because just in the argument of equality, the default answer would be yeah.
Yep, of course.
Women should be paid equal. But when you talk about entertainment and the level of distraction, see, the level of the distraction wrapped around the NBA
It's commiserate with
is high than a motherfucker. Niggas want to know, where's LeBron going? Is Kobe cool with him being a Laker? Oh my God, will they get along? Will the coach and LeBron get along? Are they going to get rid of Luke Walton? Niggas want the level of excitement
it's crazy.
around the NBA is crazy. No one gives two shakes of a fat rat's ass about the WNBA.
No.
So
For two reasons.
So give me the two reasons.
The two reasons: one, the hoops, the nets are too high.
No, that's not true. Women are dunking now.
Not
Easy.
on the level. Not on the level.
They've already, but see, you can't go back in time. Once you cross the vector, more athletes are going to come along and they're going to really get good at it. So
Yes.
they've
Okay.
already crossed the vector on
So
that.
basically what you're telling me then is that the same ratio of the NBA
I didn't say nothing about the same.
individuals who can dunk.
That's just what you said.
Okay.
Don't just throw words in my mouth.
Order. I'm just trying to make what you say make sense in here, because I'm just dealing with a Chicago high school public education from the 80s and Mythbusters.
Mythbusters.
That's it. So what you're telling me, what it sounds like you're saying, is that like the 5-minute mile, once that was broken, other people did it.
4 minute.
The 4-minute mile, excuse me.
Get your shit together now.
Once people did that, then a lot of people did it. On the excitement level, would you say that the NBA is a bit more exciting because there are more individuals who can dunk over there than there are individuals who can dunk in the WNBA?
No, I would just say the overall physicality.
Right.
Sure.
Athleticism.
And athleticism and just.
Athletics.
So it's in golf. Why not bring the hoops
But
down?
they've
a little?
already broke the vector.
I want more of them breaking the
These
vector.
like spectacular dunks, like
what I'm saying
windmills
is
and
no.
stuff like that.
What I'm saying is,
Yes.
is had they not broken the vector, I would say, yeah,
Okay.
do that.
Sure.
But they've broken the vector.
But you're not going to get a titty to jump out of a jersey until you bring the hoop down. Because people will try harder because it's more possible. Now, which leads me to problem number 2. You want to make the WNBA relevant and exciting? If you want to make the WNBA
If you
relevant
want to make the WNBA,
and exciting,
Man.
stadium's full.
no, but you know what though? I think
I'm on to something right there.
I think they
You talking about trying to play to keep your titties in your jersey, nigga? That second quarter is a beast.
sexual
One of-
objectification.
Absolutely.
You
One
are
of the
not
reasons-
happy. But let me just say this. Adita's over here really pissed off right now. She's like,
upset.
oh my God, he's an animal.
First, I know. You talking about rubbing my ass to get me to do the board, and now the thing with the titties. Who is he?
But no, let me just say this really quickly in terms of the WNBA.
Yeah.
Skill-wise, the girls are amazing.
They are.
Okay. Oh yeah. Fundamentally, absolutely.
Shit, they play.
Footwork.
They play.
Footwork, their shot, they could shoot, they could dribble, they could pass. I mean,
Post.
But
skill-wise, they're
better.
phenomenal.
but not enough people give a shit.
But can we just be honest?
Yeah.
America is not ready. The LBGT community,
It's a lot.
and it's off-putting. Can we just deal with that aspect of it? It's just kind of like,
Because you go to
Wait,
the
what-
game
what
and
do you-
see
what do you-
like
what do you
male,
saying right now?
you see women that look like men.
Oh, yeah,
They don't-
yeah,
they-
yeah.
People don't like that.
The
And they go
WNBA.
in the crowds, you see a
Yeah.
lot of lesbians in the crowd.
They-
People, it's
they
so
need to-
it
they need to
feels like
change-
it
they-
feels like that kind of environment as opposed to an environment for everybody.
Yes. Well, maybe they should try to do some more inclusive advertising. The WNBA. We're not just bull dykes and layups anymore. What? I'm trying to help. I've been giving this some thought.
yeah, you sure
All
have.
this shit has been shot down in meetings.
Layups anymore.
Hey, you don't think they tried to do that already?
It's not just bull dykes.
Some layups.
Man. They don't get paid the same because they don't pull in the same advertising.
Thank you. Nobody gives a fuck.
That's why
We know
it's
that.
about the money, the advertising. When you start pulling in the same type of, when you start generating the
Thank
same
you.
But
type
that
of
means
money
you
in the
got people
economy,
that
then
want
you
to
get
go
paid
see
the
the.
same.
You got people
And
who
that-
want to see it. Though.
But what I'm
I'm
saying
only
is,
talking about sports,
what
entertainment.
I'm saying is, would it be such a bad move? In other words, make them more
Right.
like,
I
like
don't
for instance,
know.
you remember Love in Basketball?
Yes.
Sanaa
Oh
Lathan?
my God. Oh my God.
Wow. Like, I'm just saying, you
yes.
might get a and is it wrong? Is it objectification to say, can we effeminize the league?
That's like track and field women. They get paid the same amount of men. Track and
Sure,
field women
sure.
get paid.
But
you
look
know
at the
why?
track and field
Do you
women.
know
my
why?
nigga.
Oh my God.
I watch a track and
Right.
field
Okay.
video
Oh,
in slow motion.
Yes. Oh my God. Have you seen all the ass in the 100-yard dash,
Oh
nigga?
my God. It is insane.
Like every race, it don't matter what
Okay.
race it is.
Listen. Ladies, whenever physically you try to stack yourself up with men and don't
Right.
put the femininity of your physicality in the equation, you're going to come up short. Nobody, the whole world on a collective level doesn't give a fuck about the WNBA because you have tried to hide your femininity and then compete.
Yeah.
That's the truth. bullshit games we have to go to.
in the WNBA, out of Notre Dame.
Outshadowed by the chicks that shave.
Brittany Griner.
Outshadowed by the chicks that shave.
You didn't say Brittany Griner was
Brittany
fine.
Griner. I'm saying she's fine. Yes. She
Okay.
is.
Outshadowed by the chicks with goatees.
Okay.
Outshadowed by the chicks that'll whoop your daddy's ass.
It is a few Monstars.
Oh my God.
Yes, it is.
I used to say Carmelo Anthony should go over there because he'd be the prettiest girl in the NBA, the WNBA.
Stars.
Wow, Jeff. I don't know.
They would tell you how to take that. It was some mud ducks in the WNBA back in the day.
There's some bad ones in the WNBA right now, though.
Have you seen this article about how many of them are not playing anymore and they're quitting because they cannot deal with the overtly homosexual atmosphere in the locker rooms, in the game?
They're not dealing with that. The one sister came out and said, I forgot her
Yes.
name. I could look her up real quick. One sister basically said it's just too gay.
Yeah.
And there's pressure to be gay.
Right.
And she was a WNBA player.
I had heard about that.
She's like, I just want to play. I don't want y'all playing in my draw.
You know? Maybe that's an issue.
The lingerie basketball league is fire. Somebody said that in the chat room.
No, for real.
Yes.
Have you seen the lingerie basketball?
No, but I plan to.
That's real?
I plan to.
Yes.
That's real. Let's Google that.
Oh, shit.
No, have you seen the lingerie football?
Your football is nice.
The lingerie, and they be hitting each other for
Yes.
real. The San Diego, hey, this was, let me see when this was.
Lingerie football.
Yes,
Lingerie
they got
football. This was February 20th, 2017. Wiggins, WNBA's harmful culture of bullying and jealousy. Candace Wiggins had what many would consider a dream career in the WNBA. She was the number 3 draft pick overall out of Stanford in 2008. She was named the league's 6th Woman of the Year as a rookie. She won a championship with the Minnesota Lynx. The success, Wiggins says now, did come with a darker reality.
Okay.
It wasn't like my dreams came true in the WNBA. It was quite the opposite, said Wiggins, the former La Jolla County day star, who is being included in the San Diego Hall of Champions. She basically just said it was there was some bullying, there was some pressuring. For the first time in an extensive interview, Wiggins described what she said was a very harmful culture in the WNBA, one in which she contends she was bullied throughout her 8-year career. She also described the discouragement she felt being a part of a survival league that she said still struggles for attention and legitimacy after 20 years in existence. It's real shit.
So
Then she says, me being heterosexual and straight and being vocal in my identity as a straight woman was huge. I would say 98% of the women in the league, in the WNBA, are gay women,
Wow.
right? And she said it was a conformist type of place. There was a whole different set of rules they had for other. Listen,
shit.
do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So y'all want to say pay us,
That's real.
but it's some shit you gotta.
Some going on behind the back scene.
It's some shit you gotta work out. You want to make the same money,
But if they pay them the same money, then the women who and I'll say this: so entertainment, if you don't generate as much money as the men in entertainment, you're probably not going to get as paid as much,
Thank
and you probably
you.
don't deserve it. But in the regular world, where women do the exact same same job as a man, they deserve to get paid the same. If they pay them equal in entertainment, then you have all the other people on this end like, fuck that. Where's our money? We do the exact same job as men, and you're gonna pay them, and they don't even generate as much money as the same entertainment.
Oh, that's coming. That's coming.
Yeah, I just think as the girls get better, because trust me, the girls are getting more athletic.
Sure.
They're getting more athletic.
Sure.
And they've already been skilled.
But you ain't about to see nobody windmilling.
Don't get it twisted.
You about to see nobody windmilling.
Listen,
I'm just about to say
listen.
body.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
But women's bodies, their joints are weaker. That's why women's knees are
Only
weaker.
thing-
And so when you clang like
Listen, man. The only thing, first off, women tear their ACLs more than men do.
Right.
But do you know why?
Why?
It always happens while they're on their menses.
Wow, no shit.
There's a study that said when women get on their menses, their ACLs, they're subject to fucking tear their ACL.
No shit.
It's a study out there.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be fucking around. Don't try to go lateral when your auntie in town.
I don't know about the study, just from training.
Dumb as
Just know
hell.
from training, just the knee structure is different, and so you can load more on a man's knees than a female's knees.
Keisha on her period. That's why she won't go left.
Sure, but I think
and just the joints.
Keisha can't go left for a
The
week.
joint-
She on her
and
period.
So the joint, when you get some woman dunking like Sean Kemp,
it's coming. What's gonna happen? Listen, what's gonna happen when we see the Sean Kemp Vince Carter version?
she's gonna have to be built like that too.
She gonna,
She's gonna have to be built like that too.
She's coming. She gonna be trans. She gonna be transgender.
Niggas, man.
She gonna be transgender.
That's the only
when
thing
it's
you don't
gonna
get is the transgender in there dunking like
When
that.
yeah,
Oh,
you get a
that-
tranny in there. Now you talk. Tranny ball.
Oh, hey, that's a whole nother
Tranny
yeah.
ball
Are they really gonna let? They probably
Are they gonna let a
Right.
transgender?
in the WNBA. Now you gonna see some
That's
fucking
cheating.
real posting out.
That's cheating.
Posting up.
We would
No,
see
that's-
like a say, oh, that's crazy.
finna take some charges now.
No, that's crazy. Say it's a dude who tried to make it in the NBA.
And wouldn't. Oh
Got
my,
cut.
yeah.
Joanna Man.
Can I set it up?
Y'all finna be dealing with Joanna Man in just a minute.
He gets cut. He tries to go to the D League. He gets cut. Then he reclassifies
Go, I'm finna
as
rain.
transgender.
I'm finna
gonna
wreck
happen.
havoc on these
That's
bitches.
probably gonna happen real soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he'd be like this. And guess what? I like
Damn.
bitches too.
It's
I'm up
already
in this
happening in
locker
track and
room.
field right now.
That's crazy.
No, they got that happening in track and field
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And then he gets in the league and starts dunking on women.
Yeah.
Just
Right. Right.
The legs.
And let me put this spot where my balls used to be right on your neck.
all right. Hey, listen. If you're just tuning into the voice of reason in the ZOWHAT morning show with me, the VOR, Zoe Williams, we're covering today's hot topics.
The VOR.
Okay. Thanks.
am the VOR.
It's like the movie Ghost voice. Okay, Con.
That's right.
Fine. Normally at this time, we do Jeff's intellectual rant. So it's time for Jeff's rant. Jeff, do you have
Put this shit up to the camera. God damn it, I'm going to this.
Jeff, do you have a rant prepared for
Do
us?
I have? I did till I saw that goddamn ass on the
Come on, Jeff.
lingerie football
No
league.
one
Yes.
else can see it.
All right. Yes, I do. I think the through line that runs along all of these topics is simply change. We are standing at the precipice of change the way other countries, other civilizations have. No, the picture is not scratch and sniff. So the way other countries, the way other civilizations have done for centuries. I can't even look at Zoe's dumb ass right now. And some of this change hurts, man. Some of it hurts. Some of it is pendulum swing. Some of it is, you know what? Men have had it and abused it for so long that now that we're taking it back, we're going to do too much before it gets back to the center. Too much equals all of this, anything offends me. Let's figure out how we can force feed you this new lifestyle.
Right.
That's my whole thing.
Yep.
I really don't care who you fuck. I don't. And I don't draw lines along who you fuck that determine how you interact with me. You can teach my kids. You can get married. I don't know why you want to get married because the Bible isn't clear about what color car you ought to drive. It's awful clear about man with men and women with women. Read Leviticus and or Romans. It's not unclear. So why you would want to force yourself on a culture that says you should be burned, you should go to hell, you should be stoned for loving the person you love, why you would want to force them to make you join escapes me. It's like me forcing the Klan to let me join. They're very clear about how they feel about niggas. Now, I'm not saying...
Wait.
What?
The Klan just got your application. Go.
Another fucking Monday morning full of these random jobs, these freaking applications everybody wants to join lately. God bless Donald Trump. All right, let me see. Who's this? Jeff Brown. All right. Jeff, there's a German name, Brown. There's a German name, or it's a sovereign black name. I can't figure out what it is. All right. Fairly well. All right. Done some things. Good. What's his vision? All right. He does anti-government. Great. We're going so we get there. Is this his picture? Does he know? Okay. Floyd, have you been sending out the applications without the KKK right on the fucking front? That's the only way I can figure out how he's trying to join. I mean, shit. No. Look at this. Is this his picture? Get this shit the fuck out of here. Yes, exactly. So I don't get why gay people, I understand, and I think you should have power of attorney over one another's finances. I think.
Wait.
Uh-oh, he's talking about me.
No.
Here
No.
we go.
I'm
No,
not.
wait. Here, this is for you. Gay people joining the Kojic Baptist Church.
Okay.
Here we go.
Well, should have come in the Chevy. Thank you, Jesus. I'm looking at. Okay, who's on? All right. Wait a minute. Says his name is Oliver. Likes house music, show tunes, and pastel colors. Okay. Can we let him in? No. I mean, he doesn't have any musical ability at all, but that's not the point.
But he's a choir director.
We could teach him to direct a choir. How hard is it? Wave your hands to the beat, tell him when it starts and stops. That's pretty much it. You're in. He's in. Who else?
He's getting in church.
He's getting in the church.
Finish.
The church don't give a fuck what you do. The church don't give a fuck what you do if you can show up with 10%. We don't give a dudes that's raping kids. All of that's right up in the church with a 10%. So the church don't give a fuck about that. That's clear.
Go ahead, Jeff.
What I think we are all going to have to do is, and I know I'm on this, as hopefully you can pick up, I don't give a fuck about you telling me what I can't say and about whom. Male homosexuality makes me uncomfortable. I'm not going to pretend it doesn't. I am advocating for a TVM gay. Okay?
A TVM gay.
A TVM gay. You ever watching a show like How to Get Away with Murder? Prime example. Incredible. Shout out to Shonda Rhimes for a plot that had me hooked.
Is this still the rat?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
A plot that had me hooked every time up until out of nowhere some dude was getting a blowjob from another dude. Yes. You watching the movie, you watching the show, you in it. Who put the dead body in the water tower? Is the dude cheating on his wife? I'm with all of this shit. Are the students gonna put it together? Tommy is sucking Craig's dick out of nowhere. Okay, so what I'm saying is fine. Keep it in there. But because it is such a non-effect to the plot, you could have a TVM gay for me. Maybe have a little man run across the top of the screen in some clogs with Daisy Duke shorts on and his shirt tied together in a knot over his belly button. Have him run across the screen right before Todd does something untoward to Craig, so I can go get a beer and come back, and I have not lost my place because the gay part has nothing to do with the plot. Nothing. It comes out of nowhere. Okay? I'm gonna shoot this dude in the face.
Maybe that should be the moment.
Yes.
The cornhole moment.
The cornhole moment. Okay, if some corn, if a cob of corn just swims across the screen right before this shit happens, I'll go get some cereal.
I'm out.
I'm out. I'm not out. I did the show. I'm not out. This is just no. I'm not out. This is just my opportunity to preoccupy myself
Go get a sandwich.
with some other bullshit while you giving us this bullshit because it's such bullshit that it doesn't affect the plot.
Jeff, you see one of those Mexican corns
Yes.
with the mayonnaise and the little
Wow.
Yes. No, nigga. The little Mexican comes across the screen with the cart, with the hot mayonnaise. Okay? You can say what you want to about them Mexicans, but they motivated, nigga. In July, last week, it was 117. You know what I saw on my corner? Little Mexican man out there with that hot corn with that mayonnaise. And a line of motherfuckers buying hot corn and mayonnaise in 117-degree weather. I don't know how they do it. I think they're going to have a stroke. I'm done.
And it be everywhere.
Everywhere,
It be fucking
nigga.
everywhere. Like, you'll be watching, it's fucking True Blood, and now there's two gay vampires
Yes.
biting each other. Like, out of nowhere.
Okay, I'm not saying
Thirsty gay blood.
dude,
What?
that's hilarious. I'm not saying that people shouldn't accept your homosexuality where it applies, but I don't make you accept my heterosexuality where it doesn't apply. I don't walk in here talking about, guess what I was doing with my wife the other night, because it don't have shit to do with right now. If you can find a way to make your gay affect right now and make it relevant, fine. If not, keep it to yourself.
All right, so here we go. I told you guys I had a topic set up. Here we go. We got to deal with toxic masculinity. I did an interview a couple weeks ago with a politician, young brother, smart brother, brilliant brother, Bakari Sellers.
Bakari, I know. Yeah, he be on CNN all the time.
Smart guy, man.
Yeah, really smart.
And he talked about black toxic masculinity. And then in light of Terry Crews acknowledging toxic masculinity. All right. I think it's something that we got to cover. First off, let's define toxic, wordologist.
Toxic.
Toxic.
I haven't looked at that word.
Let's look it up. Well, shit, nigga. What the fuck? Look it up, goddammit. He's the resident wordologist. Hey, look up the word toxic. I ain't looked it up.
You didn't say look it up. You asked me what it was.
Well, shit, nigga, that's looking at. Okay.
Yeah, nigga.
Anyway, I need to figure this out because black men got enough heat on them
As it is.
in order to and for us to deal with another motherfucking label.
Damn.
You in the dig?
So toxic actually come from the Aboriginals' poison arrows. From the poison they would put on their arrows.
I just want to know, like, what everybody's thought is on toxic masculinity. Does it mean sexual harassment? Does it mean, what does it mean in context to black men? Because I know Jeff Brown said something that I thought was profound. He said it many times over the years since he's been doing the fucking ZOWHAT morning show. Back at T Radio V's, Jeff said this a lot, and it was basically this: if America is sick, black people are what?
Dead.
Pretty much.
Yeah, a circle in the drain. If America got
in the drain.
If America got the sniffles, black folks got stage 4 lymphoma.
Okay, so I say that to say whatever negative connotation is associated to America in general, black men and women tend to have a more intensified version of that connotation or of that description. So if white masculinity is seen as out of fucking control,
Yes.
black masculinity is borderline demonic.
It's King Kong on the Empire State Building.
Right.
It's got to be dealt with today.
Right. So, again, if I sit down and listen to or buy the textbook from Benjamin Carney, right, who's a professor at UCLA, who talks about the ubiquitousness during his research, because he came from the University of Florida. Now he's here at UCLA, been here for quite some time. These are relationship scientists.
Like their life's work.
What you gonna do today? I'm gonna cut the back 40. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna ride a buck.
Yeah, that dude.
So again, these guys did the work. They've already said violence isn't a factor for the success of a relationship. Not that it can't be a factor in certain situations. It's not a factor. People have survived it, depending on the level of what the violence is. So you have level CCV, IPV, intimate partner violence, CCV, common couple violence.
Okay.
Now, they explain IP harm and mortgages due. We struggling. We fucked up in the game, and you get pushed and you trip over something and hit your head. You have those two forms that they feel like if that particular instance doesn't happen and it's a shoving match or it's a pushing match, okay, this couple is in trouble, but they can work that out.
Right. You start treating IPV and CCV like.
If I had shoes on, I would run. But let me I'd run far away from this nigga right now. But then they have the highest level, terrorism.
I knew that was terror.
So this is what is labeled in terms of say OJ. Right? They blamed OJ. Then he was so
people versus.
There's some gray murkiness over there.
We're white and we want your money. We're coming for it.
Right, but because he is labeled as there's a wheel of control, which is backed up by violence. Communicate with who you want to communicate with. And all of that is you can't fuck with our kids unless I say you do any of this shit without my permission.
Cockroach from Luke Cage.
You get what? Exactly. Exactly. Intimate terrorism. Now, what's happened since OJ, intimate terrorism is the face of all violence. So again, IPV, CCV, things that can be dealt with via therapy. Exactly. So what now happens is, if a black man, it's all IT.
You're all terrorists.
Because of the stereotypes that are associated with being a black man.
Absolutely.
I just watched Terry Crews talk to Congress. He's talking to Dianne Feinstein. And she says, well, why didn't you get violent? He said, well, my first inclination was to be violent. But then he almost broke down and started crying, explaining why he couldn't get violent. Because he's a black man. In Hollywood, he's basically saying, fuck, you get to a certain point.
The word gets out about him doing that, he's blackballed, that's a wrap.
Because even in her questions, there were stereotypes. I mean, you're a big, powerful man. It sounded like Birth of a Nation. Yeah. You're a big, powerful
big black
Negro.
Man. 3 words. 3 words, in my opinion, kill all of that. Fred Williamson are the first 2 words.
Here we go.
Convenience is the third. First 2 words. Fred Williamson, as in 3 the Hard Way, 70s black exploitation dude. I dare you to look up his net worth. Fred Williamson is a multimillionaire.
Get out of here.
With movies, producing, directing, and writing them around Hollywood.
Hey, shit.
He directed, produced, and set his movies up and sold them abroad with no help from the Hollywood machine.
And he played in the NFL.
And is a multimillionaire to this day. Don't kiss no white folks' ass. What you are saying is if I whoop your ass in this hallway for touching my nuts, now my life is going to get a little bit too inconvenient. It's going to be too hard for me to get jobs. It's going to be too hard for me to get projects. I might have to, I told you, brother, I might have to support my family another way that is less convenient. So I'm going to let you touch my balls and stand here butthurt for convenience. I'm telling you right now, if I am invited to anything and in front of my wife, you put your hands on my genitals, I ain't Terry Crews.
Twice.
I'm 53 with a pot gut and bad knees, and you finna get it all right in that hallway. Don't give a fuck.
He's only gonna give you 34 seconds of it.
Yes. I'm hell. I ain't even got there for about 28 seconds, nigga. I am hell. Ooh,
28
shit.
seconds is a long ass time for fighting.
Bruh, that's a long fight. That's a long fight. 28 seconds is a long time to fight.
Listen, and let me address something real quick, man. Like, there are people in the chat room that clearly think.
There are people in the chat room that don't clearly think.
Yeah, it's like trying to pedal a bike uphill with one pedal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a bitch.
Zoe, I can't believe you're backing Terry. We all know the agent would have gotten the elbows of thunder messing with you. But that's not the point. The point that I'm trying to make is being a black man, right? Being a black man.
Yes.
In America.
Yes.
And I've said this before, and everybody wants this. When I respond to people and I say, in order to be successful in America, as a black man, you have to embrace capitulation.
Yeah.
I said that to I said that to Bakari
To a
Sellers.
degree, yes.
He made it seem like I was talking in a different language.
Because he does the same thing, too.
Terry Crews just said it. Oh, you're a big, powerful buck. Why didn't you just
Big, powerful
maul him? There's a bear in you. I can see it.
Why didn't you just use some of that God-given natural animal strength you have?
God, their pheromones are coming over here.
That get out shit.
Yes.
You're a powerful Negro. I can sense it.
Come on, why don't you use some of that energy that just puts everything from your belly button down on autopilot when you're in the interracial porn? Why don't you do some of that?
Clearly, you're a once-in-a-lifetime buck. I know you could have destroyed him if you wanted to.
What did he say he did? What did he say he did when it happened?
He was like, he was like, that was his.
I see a woman dressed like the chicken Django that could nobody stand, with the long dress and the long shepherd staff that curves at the top. You're a once in a lifetime buck. My God.
You're a buck. You're a buck of unknown proportions. This nigga is priceless.
Maybe we, in the words of your man Sam Jackson in Pulp Fiction, maybe I am the tyranny of all men and you are the weak.
And here's the thing. I just want to say this, man. I'm not defending Terry Crews.
Right.
His position. I mean, it's whatever.
What did he say? What did he say he did?
But what I'm trying to point out is this: the stereotypes that come along with being a black male get blown out of proportion. So if America moves towards toxic masculinity,
Right.
how is toxic masculinity as a jacket going to fit over the parka of the coat brothers are already wearing as super predator?
Right. You are by default the most toxic masculine figure.
Period.
If toxic masculinity carries these metaphors,
Right.
chauvinism, strength, overt sexuality, power, uncontrollable rage.
Right.
If that is what, if this is the shit that with no color gives you an issue with this toxic masculinity, when you add black to it,
It's
every time
It's crazy.
you leave a house, the theme from Ironside starts to play.
shit, man. I produced that years ago. You know, we had to bring
that was
we,
Quincy?
we had to bring
yeah.
life. You know,
We had to bring life into it, man.
we had to bring life into the television show. You know, shit, you know.
Shit, man.
There was a feeling there. You know,
You gotta be. You can if you. Okay, YouTube Quincy Jones talking. That gets you close. When I tell you, if you've ever been, and I have a few times, been in the company of Quincy Jones, that is so fucking. Has he heard you do it?
yeah. No, I haven't. I'm just sitting with Quincy, being like, shit. You know, the melody. You know, what's the melody, man?
He'd have to die laughing.
But let me just say this. The brother did say, and I'm talking to Terry Crews,
Yeah.
he said his wife trained him on how not to react violently.
Because she won her house.
Because his first inclination was to be violent.
Yeah, he's a football player.
Yeah, and he was like, his wife was like, hell no. But and I see some I see some validity in having a strong woman as your woman that can pull you to the side when you about to cross the rail.
Right.
Because this ain't the game.
This ain't the game for that.
No.
And I keep trying to tell people, man, like in Hollywood, and in fucking life in general, man, for black men, there's a certain level of bend the knee.
Sure.
You want to get somewhere, bend the knee.
Sure.
And yeah, we can show Fred Williamson, that's $15 million. Great. Okay, cool. All right, nigga. Take your little 15 million and do what you gonna do.
Right.
You know, now for me, I'm happy with 15 million.
Okay.
Perfect. If 15 mil, if keeping my manhood intact and never ever bowing, never ever bending, and being an unapologetic alpha black male figure, if the salary cap on that is 15 million, I'm good with that.
Bakari, the conversation you had with Bakari, you said you were at odds with that.
Not really
with that,
at odds, but you know, he was just like black men are the most toxic when it comes to masculinity. I was like, whoa, shit. Wait a minute. Do you mean the black men that are a byproduct of Jim Crow, slavery?
Yeah. Anal rape.
So he's saying he didn't have to capitulate as he come because he was a congressman of South Carolina, so he never had to capitulate to be a congressman. Bakari
can't
Sellers.
listen. The conversation we having in this
that's what I'm
motherfucker right
saying.
here. You can't have these kind of conversations,
Right.
white folk.
That's what I'm saying. You're a lawyer. You the congressman of South Carolina, but you never had to bend the knee.
You gotta bend the knee, fucking with white people.
You full of shit. I mean, just to be on CNN all the time like he is now. And I'll say, when he gets on CNN, though, he gangstered in a motherfucker, which is why I like him. Like, he'll get on there, he don't give a fuck. He'll curse out white motherfuckers all day. That's he's one of the best ones to watch on there. But getting to that level, though, if he's saying he didn't have to bend the knee, that's some bullshit.
There's some knee bending going on.
Dude, that is some, that's some two knee sliding.
Dude.
See, here, let's do it, Jeff.
That's like saying, you know what? Look
Are
here.
you here to speak on behalf of your people?
So, what is this I hear about your non-capitulation?
Would you like to be the voice of your people?
Is that what you desire?
Will you speak for them?
Well, I tell you what. Should you desire to speak to and for your people, should you desire the power that this seat provides you, you're going to have to do something strange with this banana. Take the banana. Put it somewhere. I don't know.
Here are your conditions.
Give him the conditions, my lord.
And your talking points.
Yes, this is what you shall say, and more importantly, this is what you shall not say.
You will admonish your men.
Yes.
Your men for their toxic masculinity. We know we are the purveyors and the creators of their toxicity, but you will say it's their fault.
Yes. I tell you what else you shall do.
Your knee.
You are free. You are free. Yeah. Yeah.
Get your knee ashy.
This is Edna. This is Edna from The Incredibles, darling. Let me explain what you are allowed to do as a congressman, darling.
Your knee.
You are allowed to bark at whoever you like. But if you are ever to bite, we will neuter you and make house shoes out of your back skin.
And
Are
now,
you ready, darling?
And now, to finalize our deal.
Yes. Yes. Finalize it.
Your knee is to bend in front of me.
Yes.
Place your knee on the ground.
You may say whatever you want about your knees after you get them dirty.
Get them ashy.
Ashen your knee before me.
You are to ashify your knees.
You will need lotion after.
Somebody said that punk don't speak up for black people.
Nah, man. I think the brother's intelligent. I think he's smart. I don't know too much about him. It was my first time meeting him. I didn't know anything about his work. I just thought that was wild. I just thought the most toxic.
Yeah, that's
The
cool.
most
Yeah,
toxic?
he tripping.
I mean,
He said black. What did he
black
say?
men are the most toxic when it comes to toxic masculinity. Now, let's just peep game on this.
Really?
Yeah, let's just peep game on this right here. Like the conversations we have in here is barbershop talk.
Yeah.
But I would go out on a limb and say what 98% of barbershop talk conveyed by black men would probably be labeled as toxic masculinity.
Probably.
Well, let's look it up.
Played by someone else, by outside eyes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Let's look it up. I mean, we sitting here telling the WNBA, y'all not sexually cute enough for us to even give a fuck. So maybe that's toxic masculinity.
No, that's just pragmatic honesty. That is pragmatic
But
honesty.
what I'm saying is we have to be careful of the labels, right?
Right.
Right.
Because,
Right. So let's look it up. Definition: toxic masculinity, and for black men to be the most toxic.
Well, here's my problem with the word definition. He who defines.
Right.
He who defines.
right.
Okay? Because if we just looking at definitions, let's look up the definition of white and black.
Right.
So I can't go with
Right.
what's in the book.
So let me do this real quick. Toxic masculinity is thus defined by adherence to traditional male gender roles that restrict the kinds of emotions allowable for boys and men to express, including social expectations, that men seek to be dominant, the alpha male, and limit their emotional range primarily to the expression of anger. In other words, someone suffering from toxic masculinity can only show an emotional range that shows anger.
Right.
Not empathy, not understanding,
Right.
not caring, not loving. But I don't believe that. I think toxic masculinity is now, just looking at that definition, is just, this recontextualized word to basically say men shouldn't be alpha.
Right. Thank you. Because part of my alpha maleness is this. I cried about how much I love my children and how much they show me love. Right. My sons have all asked me. I just had this conversation with Blakey. Daddy, you don't seem like you scared of nothing. I said, man, I'm scared of a lot.
Yeah.
But fear that paralyzes me is a luxury that I don't have because I have a family. It doesn't matter what I'm afraid of. It doesn't matter. I don't mind. I am this kind of toxic alpha male. Daddy don't get the big piece of chicken. Daddy get the burnt piece of chicken.
Right.
That's who I did. Okay, when it comes bad to me as a man, anything that is negative or missing or less than is mine first as the head of my family. Right. Anything that is wonderful, warm, and positive is theirs first.
Right.
Because I got to catch the bullshit.
Right.
I'm not going to drop that to make you feel comfortable with me trying to somehow slow down so you can catch up. But fuck that.
But you're describing something that I think is in alignment with Terry Crews. And what he's basically saying is, because stereotypically speaking, I'm the big black buck nigga.
Right.
That could somehow a victim.
Right.
Yes.
Well,
it shouldn't just, you see, y'all gotta genderize the movement then. It shouldn't be me too, it should just be she too.
Right.
Because if it's me too, then y'all gotta deal with the white man who is suffering from toxic masculinity. I can walk over here. First off, we from a generation where white people don't walk up and do nothing brazen to no niggas.
Ever.
Right.
Ever.
But that white man must have understood what place he stood in.
Right.
Nigga, this Hollywood. Your ass is here because you trying to blow up in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
And you trying to keep these checks. I'm an agent. You need me.
Yeah. You the
I can
dynamite,
blow
I'm
you
the
up.
fuse.
I'm finna walk over here and grab your nuts, nigga. What you gonna do about it?
What?
Yeah, that's basically what you're saying.
Now, for people who want to argue with me about the context of it, oh, well, in the context of Hollywood, just like Terry Crews explained, to me, Terry Crews is no different than Barack Obama. Barack Obama can't address the disrespect he faced in racial stereotypes.
Right.
Soon if I pop off on anybody,
I can't bang my fist on no desk in here.
I'm the angry black man.
I'm the most powerful man in the free world, and I can't go like this on my own desk.
Right. Oh shit, he mad. Was that the button he hit? He hit the button. Told you not to let these niggas in here. We blow it off.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? So there's that stereotype. So all good. Don't even trip off that. He said, I went to the agency. I explained to the agency, we got to do something about this dude. Oh, well, he was drunk. Oh, he apologized. He called me and apologized. So basically,
it's okay now.
The agency was like, well, it's good.
Come on, nigga, it was just your nuts.
I mean, apologize.
No disrespect. I love Claudia Jordan.
Oh yeah, that's the homie.
She cool as a fan. When I first met her, she grabbed my dick, my balls, all of it.
See, she grabbed the total package.
She grabbed the total package.
Put her out there.
But in my mindset, there's no concept. Oh, she sexually assaulted me.
No.
But if
motherfuckers that would pay for Claudia Jordan to grab their
but you
balls.
get what I'm saying? If it's flipped, and I'm not saying men should be, because I have a daughter. I don't want niggas running around grabbing pussies, but the president did and became the president by disclosing the shit before even becoming the president. Right. So when we talk about toxic masculinity, who is at greater risk of the toxic masculinity, whatever laws or rules being enforced against? Clearly it ain't white men.
No.
We got two examples of a white man overstepping his boundaries where he should have got socked up.
Yeah. No. Why don't you ask
the president? Grab her by the pussy.
Why don't you ask the Native Americans about toxic masculinity? Why don't you ask the residents of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945 about toxic masculinity? Okay, we talk about how toxic masculinity is. Why don't you ask the Japanese that got put in internment camps in the 1950s? Can
I just say something real quick? Like, there's a guy in the chat room, El Jefe.
Yeah.
Guys are just dumb. Damn. He says, Zoe is a me.
Call somebody out as dumb.
He said, Zoe is a me too. Are you listening to my conversation, you fucktard?
No, just the parts that I get to chime in and
fuck.
I guess.
At the very least, read a newspaper.
You have to be in a position of power.
The point that I'm making is the overall arc of my point that seems to be lost on the ignorant is that black men suffer more from these social labels
than
anybody. That's all I'm saying. Listen, there's a book out right now by Dr. Tommy J. Curry. He came on my show before. He came on Antonio Moore's show before. The book is called The Man Not. Just let that marinate. This is a black brother. He's a professor at the University of Texas A&M in the SEC. Smart brother, extremely intelligent brother. The Man Not.
That's the name of his book?
That's the name of the book. You better get it. Tommy J. Curry. I got it. Race, Class, Genre, and the Dilemmas of Black Manhood. I'm trying to outline some of the work that this brother is talking about. The man, you're not even a man. And when I label you, I'm gonna label you a monster. And the same shit that I called you a monster without no repercussions. You mean to tell me Grab 'em by the Pussy came out before he won the presidency?
You mean before 53% of white women voted for him?
Well, oh, no. Keep in mind, Bakari Sellers said, 13% of black men voted for Donald Trump. What if the 13% of black men didn't vote for Donald Trump? Hillary Clinton would have won. I'd have said, but keep in mind, Hillary Clinton called black men predators. Super predators. Wait, hold up. Let's fall back even further. You mentioned the 13% of black men voting for Trump, but you didn't mention the 53% of white women voting for Trump. The people who got their pussy grabbed.
You know why? Do you know why? Because, Bakari, you can bark as much as you want. Don't bite nobody. Don't bite nobody.
Do you see what I'm saying?
53% of the white women who voted for Trump is biting. The 13% of black men who voted for Trump is barking. You can bark all you want. You don't get to bite nobody. And that's what's up. Why do you think Maxine Waters is catching heat? Because she nibbling. She ain't really biting. She just nibbling. Ain't nobody came out. Well, watch what happened when a black politician come out and say, we want our reparations in the form of the state of Nebraska. You say some shit like that. That's a bite. You don't get to bite.
That's a chomp.
That's a, yeah.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen.
No.
But they have to make you look like that because, and I'm speaking in America, they can never let you rise to a certain level because they understand that, and that this is at the upper levels, the melanated man in America, you are connected to this landmass.
Absolutely.
And if you don't, and as long as you don't understand that, you'll never come back for it. If you constantly think that people in this landmass, you were shipped from over Africa, you will always look to Africa for your salvation, and you will never try to get your land back. It's all about land. The land grab, the main land grab.
The land grab, bro.
It's always been about is the land grab.
But I also think we got to focus in on what happened in the 90s. The 3 strikes, you're out.
Sure.
They destroyed black families.
Sure. And who laid next to the man who has incarcerated more brothers than any other president? Hillary. She laid right next to that motherfucker who we gave
Bill
him
Clinton,
the okay because he smoked dope, cheated on his wife, and played a saxophone. Oh, he got to be a black man.
Yep, Bill Clinton is black.
You stupid fucking Jasper-ass shade tree house coons. Oh, my God. This would be so much different if Hillary was here. No, it would be a different kind of hell, motherfucker. You would have walked through the west gate of hell instead of the east one.
She tried to come out and apologize for that on her campaign.
Bitch, fuck you.
Because they hit her with that. Bill Clinton signed the 3 strikes law, and he put more black people in jail. And she came out, had to apologize.
You wanna see if a politician is really down for black people. Have him suggest that France foot the bill for putting Haiti back on its feet. Have him suggest that the Detroit Lions take care of the Flint water. Until you get people saying shit like that, fuck all this. Ain't no real solutions. Everybody likes the society. This construct is on fire, and all politicians are doing is dancing around the edges of it, warming their hands.
All right.
Ain't nobody putting this shit out.
All right, that's the final thought here. Listen, you've been listening to the ZOWHAT Morning Show. We cover all manner of topic.
You think we don't?
It's ignorant, it's wild, it's crazy, but we got to do it. We thank you for tuning in once a week Mondays, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tune in. We cover it all. Current events. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week with another heater. Deuces.